All right, motorcycle fans, Orange County Choppers fans, we are here at the shop of motorcycle drag racing legend, Mr. Sam Wills, one of the quickest racers in the world. Sam, a story we got to tell. Not a lot of people know that you were the chassis builder for many Orange County Chopper machines, including arguably the most famous creation to come out of OCC, the Firebike. What was that like working with these guys? How did you get hooked up with them?
Actually, through Rick Ball of RC Components. We were actually building the chassis for Rick, and then Rick sold the first chassis to Orange County Choppers, and then they figured out who was actually building them, and they came directly to me, which I think Rick always got his feelings hurt, but they got in touch with me, and I didn't have any clue that they went around Rick.
How many chassis would you say, if you had to ballpark, that you built for them over the years?
Probably built close to 200 chassis for them.
200 chassis. So really some of the most famous bikes that have ever come out of there, I'm sure that
all of the original bikes for the first 4 years we built the chassis for.
Did you ever envision the explosion of the television show and how popular the guys from OCC got off of building those awesome bikes?
No, those were heady times. Those were times when everybody was building choppers, and it was the big thing. And they were probably the impetus of it. I'm sure Jesse James would say that it was all because of him, and I think the first television was Jesse James. But it went into the Orange County Choppers deal, and they were on TV for 10 years.
It was an amazing run, still on TV. I understand you got another picture with the guys over here. Let's take a look at it. How about this, Sam? Is this in the Orange County Choppers shop, or did they come
in
here?
Their shop, yes.
Wow, what motorcycle was that?
I'm not even sure, but we traveled up there, took a trailer up there with a jig and built it on site.
Built it on site. I hear stories of chassis taking years to complete. You were able to build one on site that quickly.
Yeah.
Wow, you're fast.
Yes.
And I imagine you probably needed to be fast with some of these deadlines.
Back in that day and time, we could build 10 or 12 chassis a week.
Wow. What was it like working so close with Paul Tuttle?
You know, Paul was in and out. He was mostly back then. He would just he was the idea man. You know, Vinny was the guy we worked with. Vinny and Rick did most of the work.
Okay. And how about Senior and Junior?
Senior and Junior did, they were the maestros of the orchestra.
You didn't get caught in the crossfire or any of those arguments we saw on TV?
No, they always treated us good.
That's cool. Yeah, I had the same experience with the guys. Really, really cool guys when we brought them into a drag race. And I know they're big fans of you and Larry McBride and motorcycle drag racing in general. But Sam, what a great accolade for you and something to put on your resume, the fact that you've built the chassis for some of these unbelievable motorcycles out of OCC.
Yeah, we built for 12 different manufacturers back in those days.
Wow. Unbelievable. Last question I have for you about this. What was the tightest deadline they ever gave you? Because I know that some of these bikes had to be done in days' notice.
They literally would call on a Tuesday morning and have to have a frame in New York by Friday.
How is that even possible?
Got enough people, you can do anything.
Wow. Awesome, Sam.
And you fly them.
That's right.
And it was crazy times.
It certainly was. Well, it's something to remember, guys. Sam Wills, he's one of the quickest top fuel motorcycle racers in the world, and you may not have known, built some of the most impressive OCC chassis.